Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and you are at the home of the Forever Theater Kid. Do you notice anything different? Hi, how are you? I'm so excited because today I am doing a part 2 of a series that I hope is many parts. This is part 2 of my Amplifying Black Creators on YouTube, and today we are talking about creators who are in, I would say, like pop culture comedy commentary type channels. Not drama, but like still accountability, but also comedy. I just feel like they're all kind of like commentating on life as we know it on the internet space and also in pop culture. I'm really excited to talk about some of the creators that I have been watching over the past couple months. So if that's something that interests you, I hope you enjoyed that video. It should interest you because these people are dope. And there are voices that are really starting to take steam and have been in this space for a while that I know I hadn't heard of, and I found them through the internet, through just different searches, and I'm really enjoying their content and I want to bring them to you as well. They are people that have put in the time, the work. I'm so impressed. You just watch this and you're like, this is free? Like, I get to just watch this? You just deserve all the views. If that interests you, awesome. Give this video a thumbs up. It is free to do so, and also it helps my channel tremendously if you would just give it a big old little thumbs up, a big old little. If it doesn't, and you put a thumbs down, you're gonna look silly. And if you subscribe to my channel, I'd be so grateful. Please come join the Forever Theater Kid fam, where we talk all things musical theater and Broadway lifestyle, and then just lifestyle in general, i.e. this video. A lot of the people that I'm talking about today, I think actually are very close to the theater world in terms of their storytelling abilities, and I think that's why I like gravitate towards these personalities on YouTube, and I know that you will too, so let's get into it. So I lightly touched on a couple of these creators in my voiceover for my like deep clean of my apartment, but I was like, we got more to talk about. The first person I want to talk about is Evelyn from the internets. How did I go my entire YouTube career so far not knowing about this person? Evelyn from the internet. I keep saying of the internet. Evelyn from the internets. I'm like waited on bated breath for every video of hers. I said this in my last video. I love her videos so freaking, I'm sorry. She makes me laugh so hard. I feel like I'm like taking on ways in which she like talks in her videos, but I think that's another reason I like her so much, because I feel like I have so much in common with her. I just feel like we kind of like have a similar thought process in terms of like, that was a decision you made, wasn't it? Okay. All right. I wouldn't say it's judgmental. I would say there's just like a tiny bit of shade in there with a lot of compassion, but just like small sense of shade and just like questionable. Videos that I've watched of hers that have specifically made me feel, number one, relatable. Number two, just like, I feel that. Oh, I feel that really hard. Is laughing at my 2020 goals 6 months later. This video made me laugh so hard. Now, I'm really trying to be in this headspace where I try not to stay in this like, I'm obsessed with stress, but like 2020 is really enabling that for me. And Evelyn kind of takes that on in this video and just like breaks it down of how she was just like, I had these plans and here we are. I think her storytelling is really strong in that she's able to like draw you in, and then when it's time to like release, she knows exactly when to do it. I sense a lot of filmmaker in her. I sense a lot of like screenwriter in her. It's easy watching, but it's really rich in what maybe a lesson she's trying to share throughout the video or an underlying theme. It makes me really happy to watch her content. I just feel like I'm more myself after watching her content, and also a better person at the same time. She calls everyone on the internet her cousin, and I just feel like I feel like I'm watching a friend. I feel like I'm connecting with someone that I've known for a really long time when I watch her content. That's how good her storytelling is. She's been in the YouTube space for over 10 years now. I think that also adds to her groundedness, her voice in the YouTube space. She's an authority without being like, I know everything. Like, she's an authority that's like a chill, calm, laid back, grounded source. And I'm always just like, when is Evelyn gonna come out with another video? Please come out with another video. Evelyn's What I Eat in a Day video, thank you, because so many people who do What I Eat in a Day I'm like, that's not what you're eating. That's what you're eating today. That's not what you eat in a normal day. And what Evelyn eats in a day, I'm like, thank you, that's what most people eat in a day. Chips at the desk, thank you. My favorite video, and maybe one of the first videos that I watched of Evelyn, is her reviewing all the TV shows that she watched in quarantine so far. If you don't watch anything else, just watch that one. There's something about it that just makes me go, please be friends with me. She's also did theater, so that's why I love her, because I was like, that theater kid, ha! Please go check her out. The next girl I watch, and her videos have been recommended to me once or twice before. Nothing really called out to me because I'm not really into watching too many beauty videos anymore. I enjoy watching people do their makeup as they're talking about something else. That's just become my vibe. Unless I'm looking for a bangs video. Unless I'm looking for something specific in terms of a look that I'm going for, I don't tend to watch many beauty videos anymore like I used to. Cydnee Black is a creator that I've just recently gotten into. She has over 1 million subscribers, I believe. So she's been at it for a long time. I mean, if you go through her catalog, like she's been doing content for a long time. Her makeup is just beautiful. Like, hello. The look she can do, it looks so good. Like the colors that she uses on her eyes, I'm just like, but also, so she's had this series going for maybe a couple months, maybe a year. I'm newer to Cydnee, so I'm kind of only just really getting into like the meat of her content, but she's been doing this series called Makeup and Mindset, where she talks about either different things happening that like involve like women's bodies, or like there was one really great video that she was talking about skin bleaching, and another great one about like butt injections, where I was just like, oh, that's so, like, it's fascinating to learn about it, because those are just things that maybe like you read about, like the most sensationalized versions of why people do this, like in People magazine, to which it's like not told right, and publications told through a very specific gaze, and not maybe where like the root of the issues of why the types of beauty standards come to be. I really appreciate the research that goes into those videos of hers. So I was watching a couple of those, but what really drew me into her channel was this newer series that she's doing, is Makeup and History, and I'm all about that. I really love listening to true crime, and I really love listening and watching documentaries, and I really enjoy hearing different stories about different times of history. There's a lot of things that I'm learning that I'm like, oh, that's how I was taught American history? Well, that needs an addendum, doesn't it? And like, she's doing her makeup beautifully and not skipping a beat when it comes to these facts of a historical time or a historical moment or a person that she's talking about. Some of them are more contemporary, and then some of them, like she talked about someone from like the World War II era. What I really love about it, her videos of Makeup and History don't feel like I'm watching a PowerPoint, and they don't even really feel like I'm watching a documentary. I just feel like my friend who happens to be doing her makeup is also just like telling me about this crazy thing she heard about that happened in our country. And I'm like, that's really a great idea. Like, that's an awesome idea. And she just does a really great job of bringing information without like throwing it at the wall and like hoping it sticks. She's just like doing her makeup and just like, and then this happened. And it was nuts. Like, I can't even believe that happened. I'm gonna go put on my lashes and be right back. And it's just like, how dare you give me that information and then look so fabulous while doing so? Come on now, Cydnee. Cydnee also has a really nice energy about her. It doesn't feel like she's putting on any type of act. It doesn't feel like she's putting on any type of like, this is my YouTube voice. Like, I don't like really watching people that do that. I think there are genuinely like big personalities that are on the in the YouTube space. That one of the next people I'm gonna talk about is one of those like types of people where they're just like a big personality that I believe that that is who that person is. Okay, I got these bangs done yesterday. Have they already grown? Oh, I'm very sorry if this is annoying. At least I can tell. Maybe it's because I do YouTube that like I know when someone's being fake as fuck while they're filming a video. To me, it's very easy to spot out the fakes. It's very easy to spot out the people that I'm like, is that fake personality because you don't actually have a personality? What I genuinely like about Cydnee's work is that she doesn't put on any type of like ruse saying like, this is who I am, I've got personality, let's do makeup and history. Like, she's just like, I'm just gonna sit here, I'm gonna do my makeup, I'm a big history nerd. So let's talk about some stuff. It's just nice. It's a nice refreshing take on, number one, a beauty video. And it's also just a nice way to like put something on where I feel like I'm learning. I can do my makeup alongside her and feel like I'm taking in that information as I'm doing an action, which I think is proven to help you, what's the word, like imprint information into your brain when you're like doing an action with it. I don't know. I read one thing once, so I think I know something about the brain. I sure do tell my therapist that I know something about it. The next creator I want to talk about is Noir. Noir has a really awesome commentary channel that's about pop culture commentary, music commentary, black culture commentary, and kind of everything in between. It's a big umbrella and it's just a lot of really great content and really informative and really well discussed. I get to delve into music in ways that I hadn't thought to delve into before. That's me speaking on my white privilege of just being like, I'm just gonna listen to this music because it's fun. It's deeper than that, Emily. And honestly, I think my favorite video of theirs is Beyonce Black is King. I can't wait to rewatch Black is King with all the symbolism and all the cultural moments that like went over my white head and then I can be like, oh, I got it, I'm learning. And T does it in a way in which she's celebrating. I never watch it in such a way where I feel like I'm not allowed to listen into the conversation, I'm not allowed to feel a part of it. The way in which T describes different moments, either in music or pop culture that is specifically related to black culture, I just feel like I'm being embraced and welcomed in to learn more about it and to know where my lane is and to know, you know, what things actually are and where the root of things come from, and also the discussions around it and opening it up to be like, do you agree, do you not agree? But also at the end of the day, I don't really care because these are my thoughts. So I really appreciate that. Again, I feel as if I'm able to take in and absorb information and commentary and entertainment in a way that just like sits. I have to think a lot, and I have to also go back and be like, oh, well, how is my brain tracking this? And why is my brain tracking it in such a way? So let's unlearn it and relearn. Even though like her words feel scripted, it doesn't feel like she's reading from a script. That's like how much she just like knows what she's talking about. That's how much she's just like a fountain of knowledge and of what she knows. And a lot of the time it's stuff that I'm like, wow, thank you. Thank you for that content. Thank you for that information. Wasn't your job to give it to me, but I appreciate the fact that you took time to like say it to the people in the back to be like, oh, okay, I hear you. Thank you. Since watching her video on Black is King, I'm really excited to go back and rewatch that. I'm really excited to try, and actually I should watch her video again just so I can be like, okay, actually absorb more information, because it makes you appreciate the art more. It makes you appreciate the music. It makes you appreciate the foundation on which that music was made for and the story it was meant to tell. Not just with Beyonce, but with like any creator, like with Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. You know, also talking about cultural appropriation and talking about like the things that people get really uncomfortable to talk about. He seems very comfortable about talking about so many different topics in the YouTube space. So I really love watching that. I love seeing what she's gonna come out with next. The questions that she makes me ask myself in terms of how I perceive different things happening in pop culture and why is it that I think the way I think, just like makes me think about how I view myself as a woman in society and how I am kind of trying to figure out what is it that I want to be seen as, or how do I want to be perceived, or like screw that, who cares how I'm being perceived, how do I want to feel, how do I want to present myself that I feel the best human in my own body. Go watch her channel. It's really great content. It's solid content, and again, T knows what she's talking about. She knows how to tell a story, and she knows much more than a lot of us do. So the final creator that I want to talk about that I am so in love with, and I feel like we would have been really great friends in like high school theater together, is MacDoesIt, or Mac Kahey. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. It's actually Machaizelli Kahey. But MacDoesIt has over 2 million subscribers, and I'm like, how do I not know? Mac is hilarious, period. Like, Mac is that person I was talking about that has just this huge personality. Mac fills the entire screen with his energy, fills the entire frame of this little video you're watching with so much life, so much joy, so much jubilance, and so much freaking comedy. It might be too much for some people because I could see people being like, whoa, that's a lot of energy, but for me, like, give it all. For me, it's very like, that's theater kid energy where we're just like, I'm here. That type of energy, that soul is who Mac is. I don't know Mac personally, so I can't speak for who he is and what he's like off camera, but it just really feels like Mac's whole essence just shines. If you need to feel like the world is burning, so maybe someone can help me laugh at it for a hot second, it's gonna be Mac.
That's not to say that Mac's only purpose on YouTube is to bring you comedy, but when Mac brings you comedy, it's beautiful. His video entitled Let's Address This is a really beautiful moment of him being real with his audiences and showing the person that is very raw and vulnerable, and I think it just is another credit to the type of person that Mac is and the trust he has in his audience. So it's great.
My favorite of his content so far is his deep dives into TikTok culture, because as a 30-something, TikTok scares the shit out of me. Truly, I don't know. There's so much that I just don't get. I don't understand TikTok. Mac's deep dives into the different subgenres of TikTok was probably my favorite thing in the world. It's inspiring me to react to theater kid TikToks, because I'm just like, yeah, if he did that, I want to do that. I want to do that. His editing techniques, I don't know. Saying this in my other video when I mentioned him, I know how long it takes me to edit a video. This video, I'm probably taking about 45 minutes to film it, and it's probably gonna take me at least, like, to get it done, an 8-hour time frame, if I'm lucky. And I don't do half as many jump cuts and zooms and intense layering upon layering of like him in different areas of the room. I don't know how long it must take him to do this, unless he hires someone out. He seems like he edits his own stuff because he knows his voice so well, and he knows exactly the type of comedic timing he wants to have. I'm choosing to believe that he edits his own content. If you need something to wake you up, watch one of his videos. These are not videos that you're gonna sleep on. These are not if I'm like, I need energy, I need to feel like I could take on this day, Mac's videos are gonna be the ones that I put on. Even though the world is on fire, Mac finds some type of joy, he finds some type of light, or he's able to just be like, it's scary out there. Ah! That right there. God bless. Everybody needs Mac. Those are the 4 creators that I wanted to talk about in this video. I have many more on my list, so I'm excited to film another one of these soon. And I think in the next video I'm gonna talk about the DIYers and like home decor videos that I really enjoy watching, because that's a huge amount of my time on YouTube. I will leave all their information, all the places that you can find them, or at least the main places that you can find them, down below. Check them out, go support these creators. Although a couple of them have a couple million subscribers, like, I know that they would love more people who are like-minded, who are supportive of their channel, who are supportive of that type of content that they create, because not every content creator is for every person. And though everybody deserves to be here on YouTube, that doesn't mean you have to watch everybody. Like, not everybody is your cup of tea. Not every personality suits your type of personality. So if you like people that have a personality that's kind of like mine, because I feel like the creators that I talked about today, like, I feel like I share similar maybe storytelling styles or editing styles or belief systems, like, you will like them. If you like my content, you will like them and love their content. Quality of every single one of these people's content is just like so good. I really enjoyed filming this video. Can't wait to film more of them. My content calendar is always filled with things, and then life overwhelms me and I don't get as many videos up a week as I wish. So the goal is to try to get, from here on out, is at least to try to get one of these out either every month or every other month. Thank you, Cydnee, T, Evelyn, Mac, for creating the content you create and making the internet space a better place, and for being true to who you are and creating the content that you create because it is authentically you, and we need more people out in the YouTube space that are like that. The sun has like gone to sleep. I don't know where it went. I think that's my cue. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video. It would really help me out tremendously if you would do so. And follow me on Instagram, because see my other video in which I did amplifying Black creators that are more in the musical theater space on YouTube. Go check out this video, and I'll see you in my next one, which is probably right over there. So I'll just see you next time. Peace.